Good morning, friends, and welcome back to Save with Kaleem. I'm so happy you've joined me today to share another honest look into my real life budgeting journey, where I talk all about family finances, weekly spending habits, saving strategies, and the small but meaningful habits that keep me motivated and on track. If you're new here, welcome. Whether you're just starting out with budgeting or already working on building your financial goals, I hope my experiences give you some practical ideas and inspiration to keep moving forward with your own money. It's been a little while since my last video because life has been wonderfully busy. Balancing family time, adjusting to new summer schedules, celebrating birthdays, and of course, trying to stay consistent with our financial goals, even when things get hectic. One thing I've really learned on this journey is the importance of flexibility and patience with yourself. Sometimes budgets don't go exactly as planned, and that's okay. The key is to keep showing up and making progress, no matter how small. This mindset has helped me reduce financial stress and keep my focus on what matters most: building security and peace of mind for my family. Budgeting isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It's about knowing what you want your money to do for you, and then making choices that align with those values. I remember when I first started budgeting, it felt overwhelming to track every dollar. But now, it's become a natural part of my routine, and I actually enjoy it. There's a real sense of empowerment that comes from knowing where your money goes and feeling confident in your financial decisions. Today, I want to take you through my entire weekly money routine, starting with one of my favorite little habits that's surprisingly powerful: saving spare change. It sounds simple, almost old-fashioned, but every time I pay with cash, I set aside the coins and drop them into a dedicated jar that sits right on my kitchen counter. Over time, these coins add up faster than you think. At the end of each year, I take this change, roll it up, and deposit it directly into my children's 529 college savings accounts. Last year, for example, I was able to save about $400 per child just from spare change. That's nearly $1,200 going straight into their education funds, all from a habit that costs me nothing but a little mindfulness and consistency. It's amazing how these small, almost invisible steps can build into something meaningful over time. Saving spare change isn't just about the money, though. It's about creating awareness around your spending habits and finding value in what might seem insignificant. Those pennies and nickels feel small in the moment, but they are symbolic of your commitment to saving and future planning. Plus, this habit has become a teaching moment for my kids. They get excited when they see the jar fill up, and it sparked conversations about saving, investing, and planning for the future that I never thought would happen at their ages. Each week, usually on Sunday or Monday, I make it a point to empty my wallet of all loose change and count it, dropping it into the jar. This ritual isn't just about money. It's also a moment of gratitude, a way for me to physically connect with my finances, and a chance to teach my kids the value of saving. They love helping me count the coins, calling it their college treasure, and it's such a simple, yet effective, way to involve them in the family's financial goals. Plus, it makes money management a shared family experience rather than a chore. We talk about why saving matters, what their future dreams are, and how even small amounts can make a big difference over time. Now, let's talk about last weekend. We celebrated my husband's birthday at a local amusement park, a beloved family tradition filled with rides, games, laughter, and of course, expenses that added up quickly. Although I had set aside extra funds in our entertainment budget, we still went a bit over, which is totally normal for special occasions like this. The memories we made were priceless, and that's what budgeting is really about: aligning money with your values and priorities. It's not about never spending money on fun. It's about planning for those moments and making sure they don't derail your overall financial goals. We took lots of photos, and just seeing the smiles on everyone's faces reminded me why it's worth the extra cost sometimes. The next day, we continued the celebration with a long baseball game, another family tradition that brings joy, but also includes small costs like snacks, parking, and souvenirs. This is why I always stress the importance of building some flexibility into your budget. Life is for living and celebrating, so planning for those moments ahead of time makes the experience much less stressful financially. I like to call this budgeting with breathing room. It's not about cutting every expense to the bone. It's about being realistic and generous with yourself in the budget, so you don't feel restricted or deprived. This morning, as part of my regular Monday routine, I logged into our checking account, reviewed transactions, and updated my spending tracker. While going through the bills, I spotted a surprising charge from our home security service, over $1,400. That caught me off guard, since nothing in my records justified such a large bill. I plan to call them today to get clarification and hopefully resolve the issue. This was a good reminder for all of us to regularly check our bills, question anything that seems off, and not hesitate to reach out to service providers to avoid unexpected surprises. It's so easy to overlook automated charges, but taking the time to audit your expenses every week or month can save you from costly errors or fraudulent activity. Staying proactive is key. To handle some unexpected expenses this month, I transferred money from our home maintenance sinking fund to our checking account. I always aim to keep a buffer of about $1,000 in checking to give us peace of mind and avoid stress when surprises happen. Luckily, right now, we're a bit above that cushion, which feels great and reminds me that planning ahead pays off in calm confidence. Building this buffer has been one of the best financial decisions I've made because it protects us from having to scramble when life throws curveballs, like a sudden car repair or medical bill. Another important habit I keep up with is the cash envelope system. I recently had a girls' night out, paid with cash from my entertainment envelope, and immediately logged the expense in my spending tracker. I recommend logging expenses right away so nothing slips through the cracks. Also, it's important to categorize your spending correctly. For instance, that night out was logged as entertainment rather than food, which helps me analyze patterns more accurately and make better decisions moving forward. This habit of using envelopes also helps me limit overspending, because once the cash is gone, that's it. No swiping cards and no surprises later. It's a simple way to create natural spending limits and build more awareness around your habits. Now, onto meal planning, a habit that saves me both money and stress. With my husband's birthday behind us and our son Dante's birthday coming up, I've been juggling baking and decorating plans for the party, all while budgeting carefully for supplies. I enjoy doing this myself because family moments like these are so precious, and being financially prepared lets me celebrate without guilt. Meal planning also reduces last-minute takeout or grocery store impulse buys, which can add up quickly. I usually plan meals weekly, using seasonal ingredients and sales to keep costs down. Sometimes I batch cook and freeze meals to save time during busy weeks. This practice not only helps our budget, but also improves our overall health and reduces food waste, which feels good on multiple levels. As I wrap up this week's budget review, I reflect on how staying consistent, proactive, and a little bit ahead of schedule makes everything feel manageable. Remember, you don't need perfection to succeed, just consistency. Every coin saved, every transaction tracked, and every meal planned is progress toward your goals. Budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about freedom to live your best life with less worry about money. I'm grateful you joined me today and hope this inspired you to keep going with your own financial journey. I'd love to hear in the comments, what's one small money habit that's helped you this month? If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And above all, remember every little saving adds up. Keep showing up for yourself, and your future self will thank you. Until next time, happy saving.